Oh, hello, my friend. Welcome to the fire. Can people just, not be a creep? Seriously, can people just not? Well, got quite a story for you here. Homophobic DMing, r/RPG horror stories, posted by Mini Giant 2709. This happened to me a few days ago. It has taken me a couple days to process it. The game was Pathfinder 1st Edition. I have, for the longest time, loved the elemental races. Gananzi to you 5e readers out there. Undines, Ifrit, Oread, and Sylph. There was something very magical about them. These alternative heritages are a great addition to the game, and you could really let your creativity go with it. One of the things I loved doing with them was reimagining their appearances. I played an Oread, Earth, who wasn't dusty, but instead had chiseled polished green granite and gemstones for nails and hair. Another idea I've been holding on to for a long time is reflavoring the Sunso Ifrit, Fire. Now, I was thinking to myself that it would be clever that if their appearance was that of the cosmos, or nebula. After all, suns are stars. That sounded awesome to me, and I pictured it even better when I decided that they would be a Tsukio, moon god cleric. A few days ago, I had the opportunity to play this character in a one-shot with a DM who an acquaintance had told me was looking to run a few games to dust off the cobwebs before launching a new, longer-term campaign. Now, I made it clear that I wasn't looking for a new regular game as I was happy with the ones I'm already in. Nobody seemed to mind, and I was invited along anyway. The game started, and the world we were in was briefly described, thinking Aztec/Mayan feel, and then we got to introduce our characters. People introduced their characters one by one, a mixture of awkward newbies, casual gamers, and another experienced veteran. And then it got to me, and I described my Ifrit character. Before you stands a slender 6-foot-tall man with smooth dark skin and waves of pink and green hues flowing across his body, intermediate with flecks of gold and silver that looks like stars dotted across his face and body, and dressed in fine black silk with elegant gold thread embroidered along the edges. I planned my description ahead. I'm not usually that descriptive. This description was met with an immediate response. Ha! Gay! Now, it did immediately feel out of place, but I was the last one to describe their character, and I am a big Community fan, so I brushed it off. In hindsight, this was the first red flag, and I should have walked away. And so the game got underway, with the other veteran helping the green players along. Our casual player was playing a monk, so I was buffing them predominantly over the rest of the table. The venturing day came and went. We were all nearly spent, and I used my last couple spells to heal major damage. Then to RP my channel positive energy, I asked my fellow characters to gather around the campfire, hold hands, look up into the night sky, and share in a prayer to my deity. As our characters are going to bed, the monk stays up for the first watch. From this moment onwards, the words spoken may not be word for word accurate. The DM then says,
"Roll me a will save."
and I'm thinking, here we go. We're being ambushed in the jungle. Now, in hindsight, again, I wish we were. The roll was high, and it was safe to say, whatever targeted him, he saved.
You resist OP's advances and the urge to join them in their tent.
I asked for clarification as that was clearly not a spell save, to which the response was along the lines of,
You have been hitting on him all day, and it's clear to you that your character's in drag, and anyone in drag wants to be treated like a girl.
At this point, the other veterans' attention has turned from helping the new players to whatever we had just fallen into, and the casual player was a bit like me. WTF! After the initial shock, I laid out my expectations for the game, including player agency. It was not appropriate to try and take control of another player's character without prior warning. And secondly, rape is never allowed at the table. The GM was now clearly flustered, as we are all out of character right now and focusing solely on him. The new player was exceedingly quiet, and I really hope this experience does not scar him from trying to play again in the future. At no point did anyone raise their voices. In his panic, the GM starts mumbling and saying how we have ruined the game, and nobody is allowed to have fun anymore, all the while packing his stuff up. So, the GM gets upset and leaves when he realizes that he can't be a homophobe that thinks rape is a funny thing to just throw into a game? Well, good riddance. Definitely one of those no game is better than a bad game scenarios. Seriously, even if OP's character had tried to seduce / flirt with the other character, it still wouldn't have warranted a save check, because that would be entirely up to the other character's sexuality, whether or not they're actually even attracted to OP's character, and the player's agency itself. Oh, and just because someone does drag does not automatically make them gay. Just saying. Anyway, good on the players for making their stand. The players didn't ruin this game, the GM did. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And would you kindly follow the socials posted in the description below. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.